What a fucking shit start to the season. Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and Manchester United have lost 3-1 to Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. What can I say? That was an absolute shambolic performance from minute 1 to minute 90. I mean, Harry Maguire and Hector Lindelof, that partnership is never gonna fucking work. And what do the board do? We desperately need defenders. And you got Edwards there up in the stands, just touching his face mask like not a care in the world. It's an absolute joke. I'm sorry. The board knew we needed a defender. And what did they do? They thought, nope, you don't need any more signings. We want to save money. Well, I tell you what, if evidence does not show tonight that we need more defenders, I don't know what fucking will. It's ridiculous. I'm sick of it. I mean, from minute 1 to minute 90, Palace were the better team. It's as simple as that. De Gea made a good save couple times, but Hector Lindelof, oh my god, you know, I never want to see him in a Manchester United shirt again. I'd rather have Chris Smalling back than play Hector Lindelof. You know, I'll book him a taxi right now, and just not good enough. Him and Harry Maguire just does not work out. No, it's a joke. I mean, for us to lose our first game of the season, 3-1 at home, just shows what an absolute shambles we are in. It's a joke and a disgrace. And I'm furious already after one game. I mean, Crystal Palace, they look fitter, they show passion and drive. And Manchester United just looked like they're fucking asleep. It was unbelievable. I'm shocked how we've made such a bad start to the season. It's time for us Manchester United fans to get united and get these absolute clowns of a board out of our football club. I'm serious now. It's time for us to take action. We need to come united and get these frauds out. I mean, every year they are taking the mickey out of us. They are rubbing us to the ground. It's an absolute disgrace. And I'm absolutely sick and tired of it. I mean, the match has been finished now for almost a couple of hours. And I'm still absolutely fucking angry. I really am. I mean, I just absolutely could not believe what I was watching, you know. VAR. Do not even get me fucking started on VAR. It's an absolute joke. I mean, Crystal Palace, they had a penalty awarded. I mean, what could Lindelof do? How could he move out the way? And then, obviously, De Gea saves the first penalty. But then, because De Gea moved, it had to be retaken. And Wilfried Zaha scored the penalty to make it 2-0 to Crystal Palace. But for the first goal, Hector Lindelof was definitely at fault for the first goal. You know, Zaha whips it in to Andros Townsend and he puts in the net 1-0. I mean, the only positive today I can give to United is Donny van der Beek on his debut scoring a goal. But as for the rest of the team, absolutely fucking clueless. Apart from David De Gea and maybe Bruno Fernandes, I think they're the best two players out on that pitch today. The rest of them can just do one. Seriously. Absolutely. I mean, I said, if we do not bring in players, we will fall behind Chelsea and battle for top 4 again. Well, after one game, I tell you what, you can write off our title chances. If you think we're going to win the league with this team, you are absolutely deluded. Not a chance we are going to win the league with this defence. Gary Neville said it. He said up in the commentary box with Rob Hawthorne on Sky Sports that Manchester United will never win the league with Maguire and Lindelof as partners. Which is true, because how many times did Lindelof and Maguire make mistakes last season being partners. And this is the area we have to strengthen. And the Glaziers and Woodward just can't be fucking bonkers to bring out the checkbook. It's, I'm sick and tired of it. I really am. You know, for us, Arsenal even look more prepared than us. You know, defensively they've improved. The players, Aubameyang signed a new contract. Manchester United, they're just going to get left behind until we get these clowns out of our club. It's time to get them out. I mean, he was on his phone during the match, Woodward. What's he doing? Looking at transfers? No. Looking at the next fucking sponsors, because he's a good businessman, but for running a football club, absolutely does not have a bloody clue how to run this football club. And I tell you what, this badge, the club we love, is being driven to the ground. I mean, already. I mean, you know, at the end of the season, I did top 5 rants from last season. This is a contender already. How fucking angry I am in that performance. I really am absolutely just seething, absolutely seething. And rival fans, you are just going to banter us, I know. But we can take it because we know we're not good enough. That our team is simply not good enough. So I can take all the stick. I really can. But as the player ratings, you know, some of them are going to get very low scoring. Right, so David De Gea, I'll give a 7. I thought he was very good in goal. Made a couple good saves. Timothy Fosu-Mensah playing right back because Aaron Wan-Bissaka was on the bench. I'll give him a 6. Looked decent, you know. Didn't do a lot wrong at all, Timothy Fosu-Mensah. Harry Maguire, 4, dreadful. I mean, just wasn't at it at all. Victor Lindelof, 1. I mean, at fault for the first goal, should be nowhere near the starting 11. Eric Bailly is a good centre-back, but he's always injured, so we need another centre-back in immediately. Otherwise, this season, we are in for a real struggle, I tell you. You cannot keep playing Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof as centre-backs together. It's an absolute joke and a disgrace, an embarrassment to this Manchester United football badge. I mean, just the sooner we get in another defender, the better. I mean, just Victor Lindelof, absolutely dreadful, and there's no escaping it. Luke Shaw, 4, just not at it at all. Scott McTominay, 1. I mean, why on earth did Fred not start? Or Matic? I mean, Matic in that position last season in central defence midfield is absolutely fantastic. But McTominay today, just absolutely dreadful. Fred in the Europa League was good. Why the fuck was he not in the starting lineup today? I have no idea, but anyway, just pathetic. Bruno Fernandes, 6. I thought in the first half he was really poor, but again, his effort trying to make things happen, absolute top draw. Paul Pogba, 1. I mean, absolutely dreadful today. Looked knackered. Just, yes, I know he's been recovering from COVID-19, but anyway, just looks so out of sorts, and I'm not surprised Pogba was substituted by Donny van de Beek. I'm really not. I'm just absolutely disgusted with that performance. It's an absolute joke and a disgrace to start the season this way. Really is. Daniel James, 1. Dreadful. I mean, it's not surprised he got taken off and brought Mason Greenwood on. Because when Greenwood's come on, looked like we had more pace, but playing Daniel James just shows he is not good enough. This is why we seriously needed Jadon Sancho in to strengthen in that area as well. Pathetic. Marcus Rashford, too. I mean, not at it at all. Absolutely dreadful. He's not looked himself at all recently, Marcus Rashford. Just at the moment, so low of confidence, so out of sorts, it's unbelievable. And Anthony Martial, I'm going to give him a 6 because he has hardly any service at all. And when he had the ball, he's trying to make things happen. And Harry Maguire was that... No, Anthony Martial was furious with... I think it was either Daniel James or someone for not giving him the ball because Anthony Martial was in the goal scoring position and just... He didn't get the service. It's as simple as that. But, excuse me, the problems are occurring already from last season that the partnership we have as centre-backs is not good enough. The board are absolutely clueless. And I tell you what, it's going to be another absolute roller coaster of a season. After one game, the evidence shows we will be battling for 4th place. All I want to see is Manchester United mount a title challenge. But with this defence and absolute clowns in charge of our football club, it is not going to happen anytime soon. I mean, where do you start on this? I just cannot believe how embarrassing we were in this game. That has got to be up there with the 4-0 defeat when we lost at Goodison Park. It's one of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's worst performances. And so, manager ratings. Now, manager ratings is new for this season on these match review videos. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer today for his team selection, 3. I mean, Wan-Bissaka, I know he should return, he should have started. McTominay, no way he should have been in the starting 11. Should have been Matic or Fred. And play Daniel James ahead of Mason Greenwood. Absolute joke. And Roy Hodgson, he gets a 7 out of 10. The way he set up his team was absolutely fantastic. Roy Hodgson, he came out with a game plan. And I said, when he saw that team sheet of Maguire and Lindelof as a partnership and Scott McTominay in central defence midfield, he must have been rubbing his hands thinking, yep, we'll go now and get all 3 points again like what we did last season. Absolute disgrace, really is. And the referee today, Martin Atkinson. Now, the referee's performance today, I'll give an 5 out of 10 because I think he got some decisions right, but the penalty decision was an absolute disgrace. And to make matters worse, he went and used the monitor. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm glad the VAR monitors are finally being used, but that just, it took too much time. And how was Lindelof meant to move out of the way? I really don't get how that was a penalty, but anyway, it was. John Moss back at Stockley Park suggested to Martin Atkinson that it was a penalty. But anyway, man of match, I'll give to Wilfried Zaha for Crystal Palace. I thought he's absolutely superb. And how embarrassing we were at the back. That could have been 4 or 5. Dear me, what an absolute fucking shit start to the season. Bye-bye.